Hello everyone, welcome to Man Manga Boy Read His Man Manga. That's what I say every time. Anyways, if you like what I read this week, let me know down below. If you hated what I read last week, let me know down below. If you read anything really cool and you want to talk to me about it, let me know down below. If you like this content, please like, comment, subscribe, helps the channel a lot. If you find something you like and you want to buy it, check out my Red Stuff affiliate link down below. You see where all the action is. Okay guys, it's down below. So we went through my usual stuff here, huh? Let's go through it all. I was required to read Chain Soldier by somebody on my well, not my Discord, but a Discord chat I go to frequently. And you can see that these are connecting covers. Wow, it's so beautiful. They're definitely intended to connect. I swear it's not even just a strange happenstance here. This is definitely supposed to link together. I really doubt it. But anyways, you can pretend like it's true. So yeah, I read this. It was pretty cool, by the same author as Akame Ga Kill. Essentially, this boy right here, this is the boy. He has to go and be this girl's slave. And when he is this girl's slave, you get a few color pages at the beginning. He turns into this cool thing. But if he turns into this cool thing, he has to get a reward. It is the requirement. This is what he turns into right here. So he has to get a reward. That's the requirement. That's the law. It sometimes it ends up being kissy. Sometimes he ends up getting, naked picture or naked view. Not really picture of her. It all just depends. And she can't say no. You see how she's got the tone. Big time toneman. So she can't stop herself. Her body makes her do it. It's been a lot of fun so far. It kind of reminds me of Twin Star Exorcist. They go into these other warps. And you can see here, he transforms into a ninja form, which is really cool. And so he goes through these different warps to fight these demon things, and he finds out that the demon things aren't quite as straightforward as he thought. There's humanoid versions of them, and the humanoid versions of them seem really strong, kind of like I was saying, Twin Star Exorcist. Haiku, 30 to 33. I had to read these all in one go. We get the end in the continuing of the match here against Inuzaki. I believe that's how you say it. And we learn more about the characters. We also get this really annoying jump to Nikoma versus Sarukawa. That was interesting. But like in the middle of this fight, which was really intense, so I was kind of annoyed to see it. But I like Nikoma. They're really cool. Good to know more about Nikoma, but like I was kind of annoyed. So yeah, that happens, and then we get to find more about this match here. We get to see some sweet moves from pretty much everybody. I feel like everybody gets a pretty good spotlight here. Ryo gets a spotlight. Hinata probably gets the least amount of spotlight, but he does learn how to bump, which was a pretty big scene for him. That was exciting. Libero doesn't really do terribly too much after this volume. I feel like this is where he's the most popular, but he doesn't do that much. Really, Hinata learning how to bump is the main thing. And Ryo also kind of starting to win. Kageyama starting to kind of grow as his own setter and do his own thing for the benefit of the team. That was excellent as well. We also get to the end and, we start the match against Nikoma. Heckin' yeah, everybody's been waiting for this forever. So we finally get to see Nikoma versus Karasuno. Boruto. Yeah, that's another one. Volume 15, Boruto kicks off strong. And by strong, I mean it's super wordy volume since the main writer left. Kishimoto took over. The Right Job for Idiots and Bastards is the name of this title. Naruto calls together a Gokage Summit, and meanwhile, they're trying to figure out some way around the Otsukification. And so, we have an idea here from each of the teams. One team, we've got Kawaki saying, let's take over Code. Another team, we've got Shikamaru, Naruto, and the guy that they took hostage. What was his name again? Rondo? It was Amando. He's like, Boruto can do drugs. So Boruto's like, give me the drugs, Dad. And he does the drugs. Meanwhile, Code, who's the guy that Kawaki says that you could take over his body, is freeing this girl here who... Its name is Ida, who doesn't seem to have any abilities or strength really, but she has the ability to kind of take people over because like they fall in love. Think of like Boa Hancock, but she can't turn it off. And so yeah, that was pretty interesting. Eden's Zero, Volume 18. We start off with Rebecca having no legs, and that is certainly a sight. And we also end up finding out that, you know, she goes back to where she belongs. We find out a possible reason why she might have lost her legs. It could have been this match right here. And she ends up not losing her legs here, but she's in a strip poker kind of game where, you know, you just kind of, whoever pulls out the highest number wins, but her ether gear lets her change the numbers around, you know, before she draws the card. She calls her out for cheating, blah, 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 blah. Main thing is we get Ziggy versus Poseidon / Nero, kind of teased there. We also see that one of the old teammates of the, I can't remember his name, the Aqua guy, they got rid of the characters, what's it called? The character page, because it was too bump in this manga these days. There's like no extra pages because it's just straight action. But yeah, so we find that out, that his old teammate from the Rebellion is actually working for him, so that was wild. And yeah, Laguna is his name, I believe, actually. We also find our nice Wind siblings get to go against an old classmate. That was exciting as well. We also see that potentially Shiki and Rebecca are too late, and Witch might be dead, but I doubt it. Come on now, that's not gonna happen. They already lost one of the Eden's demons. I don't think they're gonna lose more, but I guess I could be wrong. They did already lose one. The Great Yahi will not be defeated, Volume 2. I already read 3, thinking I had already read 2, but I didn't. And the reason I thought that was because I could have sworn that it ended with her losing this crystal, but it didn't. It ended with her getting the crystal. Whatever. Anyway, so we pretty much just have some fun, wacky rom-coms here. Well, not really rom, just com. This character tries to impersonate Jahi. Meanwhile, Jahi is just sleeping in. And he pays Jahi's rent because she gets too scared of the landlord and ends up working because, you know, she feels like that's what she's supposed to do. We find that Druge is actually the president and owner of Dojima Corps, which is pretty funny. She has Jahi come to talk, but ends up not letting Jahi do any talking. That was pretty silly. And we end with the magical girl finding her. The end of that volume. Pretty funny if you guys haven't read The Great Jahi. Worth reading, for sure. Only 3 volumes out right now. 4th one should be coming out soon. Gigant. Not going to show you any pages, but Gigant was really good. I mean, I showed you a few movies already, but this is too much. The next volume is actually the last one. There's only 10. We find out who's flying the spaceship, these aliens. We knew who they were, but now we actually see them, which is really cool. And yeah, we go on board and make the assault on them. I don't really want to say too much since we are getting towards the end. But if you're not reading Gigant, I would definitely give it a shot. It is a lot of fun. It is very reminiscent of a like super compressed version of Gantz to me. So I can't wait to see what ends up happening. Do our main characters end up being together? A lot of the future Time Patrol is like out of the commission here, so I'm excited to see what happens there. Star Blazers 2099. This is Space Yamato Battleship kind of recast. This manga is actually based off of the anime, so it's not great. This is a 2-in-1. I really don't like the fact that the humans build the Yamato instead of them finding it. It was supposed to be a legendary ship that is thought to never exist, but no, in this instance, the Yamato was built by humans, given to them by Starsha via some blueprints, and so they put the rest together, and then they go to leave Earth for one last chance to kind of bring Earth back to life. We get to space, we have a few run-ins with the Gamillions. Pretty exciting. We see them test out the warp device, we see them test out their cannons, things like that. Very cool. I like everything other than the finding of the space battleship Yamato. You know, I hate how they built it. I like everything else more though in this series so far. You know, I feel like Kodai and the girl here have a really kind of forced relationship right now, but no big deal. I hope Kodai's older brother does still become Space Captain Harlock, because I thought that was a really cool tie-in with the original series. But again, this manga is based off of the anime by the same name, Star Blazers 2099, Space Battleship Yamato. So again, I probably am losing some stuff in translation, but so far it is a pretty cool adaptation of the original story. Like I said, it gives the characters a little bit more depth to them, and it also adds a little bit more action and some sci-fi to it. You know, the main series is very quick and by the book. It is like you zoom through it, and you get some like hints of like some cool stuff happening, but nothing's ever really developed until like the later half. So this is still the main voyage of the space battleship Yamato. It's not the sequel voyage or whatever you want to call it. I can't remember ship terms, okay? But this is the Virgin cruise of it. But that is what I read this week. What did you read this week? Did you read anything good that I wish I read instead? You know what? Me and my wife are going to start to read Tokyo Ghoul this week for Halloween. So be on the lookout for that. Hopefully we can finish it by the end of October, but I would say fat chance. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy today's content, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.